Okay, so here we go. The last drive by Michigan in regulation that tied the game up and sent it to overtime. Sharon Moore did a great job of play calling and scheming and game planning in the first half. I thought they got a little conservative the second half, but mainly it was more Bama's adjustments and also just bad execution that haunted Michigan's offense and special teams the whole game. So in this last drive here, they had just missed a field goal the drive before, held Bama to a field goal. Now it's 2013. They need to go the length of the field with only a little bit of time left. And they start at the 25. And right off the bat, we see a tight bunch to the left. Okay, nothing crazy. What they do this, they have these sets a lot like this, pro style. A little motion. Everything's going the way to the field, to the wide side over here. And yet they're doing a sweep the other way to the boundary. It's a nice little misdirection. Real simple. You can see them trying to seal the edge here. Give it to Corum. You can see how much Bama's eyes are all looking to the wide side because of the motion. And then a nice carry out of the play fake. I always felt back in the day, quarterbacks and that didn't do this enough, but I really like this by McCarthy. And there goes Corum. Now by the time they're getting on it, they're a little late. Henderson, the left tackle, is already sealed. Gets the edge. Ends up with a good game, okay? Now you're like, look, there's like 4.5 minutes left. You need a touchdown. You haven't scored the whole second half. Why are we running such a conservative play? Well, what's really interesting is you're going to get really upset then if you say that, because look at this, same exact thing. Not exactly, but bunch to the left. Now, of course, again, the boundaries to the left. And then we have another motion. Same thing. It's the same thing, really. And it's amazing because Bama falls for it again, and this guy comes flying up, and again, they seal the edge. And this time they had a pulling guard as well, so it's slightly different, but whatever. Got the edge again, but they were a little more prepared. The cornerback on this side was watching more, as you can see, and good job. Kool-Aid McKinstry doesn't always do great on the run game, but he really committed himself there, so he's not always committed to the run game. So good job. So it brings up a 3rd and short. And again, this is so conservative, right? But is it? Is it just setting up the play calling, that Moore's doing as a setup? So now 3rd and 2, and they're in a pretty much a normal spread set, more like a pro spread set with a 1-2 personnel, 2 tight ends down here, guy in motion here. This is very pro style again. And it looks like it could be a little pop pass, right? No. Fake pop pass, roll to the right. Look how he freezes everybody on the motion and the fake pass, pop pass. Roll to the right, but a great job. This is, 92 Agoibe is just, is that 92 or is that, yeah, it's amazing. This talented dude. He's a big guy, defensive tackle size, and look at him with the athleticism to cut off the edge on McCarthy, because McCarthy definitely had the option to roll out and run for it. If that wasn't there, which it isn't, a good job to set up. But look at this, the match coverage. Look how Bama jumped. And they weren't always good in their matches. They were messing up assignments during the game. But this time they got on everybody. They got on Corum, the running back out in the flat. Right there. Malachi Moore jumping on him. They take this guy deep. This tight end, that key, the safety here. Just let that tight end get a little wide open. He's coming up for a big run, obviously, on 3rd and 2. And there he is right there. He sort of lets the tight end get away from him a bit. He's racing on him now. That's where McCarthy sees. Good job on McCarthy. He didn't always read well during the game. He missed a lot of open guys. This time he read it well. He was right to go there. But just this guy, a great job in his face, the big defensive tackle. You have Lawson, the linebacker, who came up here. Watch him jump here. Super athletic. Look at that right there. Super athletic. Tips it, tip drill to, and there's the linebacker trailing his linebacker mate Campbell. Campbell's trying to get the tip drill, just out of his reach. And that's culture. That's the game right there. That tip, and maybe you're going to laugh at me. Yeah, culture brings luck. If that thing was tipped a little more solid, if he had gotten up a millimeter higher, and had his hand a millimeter up more, that thing would have had less momentum and came down right around here for an interception. He would have intercepted it, and the game would have been over. By a millimeter, Michigan's still in the game, and it's 4th and 2. And then culture again, by their decision-making to go for it. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2 from their own 30. I thought, I didn't want this to be, this is scary as heck, but you had to. You had to. They're not getting that ball. But Alabama was driving. The defense was already getting down. It was a great job by a backup safety, Sab, on a big hit on a little RPO pop pass to Burton that stopped that drive. You can't give this ball back. You just can't. And this is it. It's do or die. You have to go for it. You never know, but I think you had to go for it. So they do. Again, little trips, shift into a bunch right again. Not, you notice all four of these formations I've shown you, they're not that much different. That's very pro style, but there's all different concepts going on. Flip over the running back there. Okay. And what we're going to have is a mesh with these guys are going to mesh and a guy over the top and one guy deep, and the running back slips out into the flat. This is what they call man beaters. They beat man to man usually, but they can be match beaters as well. These guys aren't man to man necessarily, they're match. They're going to match up, which turns into man. And you watch everybody match. Boom. Match to this, match to that, match to that, match to that. Okay? And here comes the mesh. Now, here's the thing. What's happening here? Who's meshing the quorum? The running back out in the flat. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be this guy, Malachi Moore. This is Downs, the safety. He takes this guy, Caleb Downs. You have two guys on him. That's not supposed to be. Yes, I know Tony Romo loves his double teams. He would call this a double team. No, that's not supposed to be. Moore, I think, is supposed to be taking him wide open. And because they're so aggressive and so fast, again, Sharon Moore used their defensive speed, talent, and an aggressive scheme against them. So again, check it out. All this stuff going on around here in the bunch. Downs is going to have that tight end, and there's Moore. Moore needs to get off that guy right here. Look, Moore needs to get off this guy right there. This is his guy here. He screwed up the assignment. Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's what the screw up was. I can't imagine Downs was supposed to get this guy. Quorum's wide open. JJ sees it right away. It's not the first time that people have done this mesh concept and had people open either on the mesh, on the over. See, when it plays out, you have an over and you have the mesh underneath. This guy gets popped off it. And then you have the flat. Somebody's going to probably be open and know that mess. Unless, if it's man-to-man, definitely. If zone's a little better for this, but if it's match coverage, it's supposed to be better. That's the best of both worlds. But if you screw up your assignment, just one guy, one assignment was screwed up. That was it, and that's all it took. Wide open down the sideline. Huge, the play of the game, really. Got a penalty on a late block in the back by Roman Wilson, was a total screw up there, whatever. Brought it back to the midfield 50. But again, you can see it better from here. See, Moore right there, supposed to grab this guy. And instead he's holding on to him. He's got him, total screw up. See the mesh beneath here? See the over route there, the deep route? You know, this guy's falling down, but it doesn't matter. I mean, there's nobody around him. You know, and again, you're not, that's a quick game too, by the way. This is all air raid quick game. Boom. You're not going to get to him. And then so the block in the back, which was a screw up, so we had the 50. Now, I seemed to open up the offense more. I mean, I thought, again, I don't know if Michigan scheme-wise was overthinking it, game plan-wise. I don't know if that was coming from Harbaugh or Sharon Moore, but they got a little, like they were overthinking it a bit. Keep it open, keep opening it. They didn't get back to their spread stuff more till the end, like right now. So here we go, trips to the left. And they did some cool stuff even during the second half that I'm not showing. And so I don't want to pretend that, but whatever. But just a tad conservative. But a lot of great adjustments by Bama, of course, on defense. Anyway, so we got a read option off the fly sweep. And that's Quorum. Coming back in from the empty set, you've got pulling a counter power. This is a QB power counter that you have going on here. But it has the option to give to him. Well, you see all these guys out here? He's not going to do it. He pulls it. He makes the right read. And it opens wide open. Great kick out block by the left guard. The left tackle comes around and seals right there. Great hole. 16-yard gain McCarthy. He explodes through it. This is the best of McCarthy. I mean, a runner, a baller. This is what he does best. He has a good arm too, but I don't think he reads defenses that well yet. Okay, so another big play. And then we come here. I mean, now we're opening it up. Now check this out. Oh, I think this is another, just a power run, if I'm correct. No. Oh, no, we're opening it up now. Yep. Yeah. Well, we're running out of time too. 2 minutes left, about a little bit over 2 minutes. So you've got another tight bunch. The whole thing was tight bunches. Well, except for that last play. So pro style. Because then this is Tyler Morris using that no-name receiver again. They haven't been using, but a good recruit, a talent. Okay, we're like sort of pistoling it. Play action, total play action, not an RPO. You can see them all pass blocking. This was all a big setup. This is like that. You want your primary. This is all about the primary, which is Roman Wilson right here on a big dig route. Underneath these two guys going deep. You see it later, and it's good. By the way, you're going to say, wow, Joe Moore Award winning offensive line here. What a great blocking, right? By this, like Washington, great blocking. Yeah, it's called max protection. You have 7-man protection. Okay? Tight end stays in, running back stays in. 7-man protection against a 4-man rush. Yes, good blocking. So that's scheming. It's called scheming it up. Okay? And then great catch by Wilson. That ball, if you think it was a bad pass, it was actually tipped. Waited a bit long. Again, JJ is no Tua. No, he doesn't have that great anticipation, but waited a bit long. And Lawson, who's just, this linebacker is so athletic, almost caught another one, tipped that, but just not enough. Again, not enough, just barely not enough. That culture thing. Another millimeter, that probably is incomplete. The ball takes off up in the air. Great catch by Wilson. Malachi Moore again getting burned on the coverage. And we can see a better angle on this. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's a great angle. Okay, and they went into motion. You see Malachi Moore pops back on the safety side. Downs on the others. These are like 3 safeties. Downs, Moore is like the nickel safety, and then Key. And Downs comes down, no pun intended, on that guy. Moore comes back here, but he's going to take the deep dig. Or that's not a deep dig, it's just a dig. And then you see these guys running. He gets popped by McKinstry. McKinstry's tough on that cut on the man. So it kind of slowed his route a bit. So he almost bangs into him. But this actually becomes like a rub route almost. See Malachi Moore back here? He gets rubbed off, you know? So because of the McKinstry was too good, he jammed his guy too good, and he ends up making Moore get rubbed, and there goes the dig underneath, and Moore's late. See? And then there's Lawson jumping up in the air. Good job on that too by Lawson. Max protect, he can't get the QB, jump up and look at him up in the air. Look at that guy. He has pads on, by the way, and he's jumping like that. Right here. Look at this. Wow. So he tips it, but it still makes it to Wilson. Great catch. Moore totally overruns it. Great move after the catch. Just a great play by Wilson. And he gets out of bounds on top of it. It's just all great stuff. Now we do a little power run. There was a heavy box. It was kind of silly to me. That's the little bit of conservative kind of crap I see. And I think that has a lot to do with Harbaugh too. I'm not trying to take it. I don't know who, but again, you'll never know what Sharon Moore really is about unless he's by himself. Okay, and now we have a little, fans are going crazy, can't believe that Michigan still has a chance to win this game. We got a little motion in, making it a tight set again. Look at all these guys in the box. This is going to be another power run, right? Nope, it's an RPO. It definitely could be a run if he wants to give it. But with all those guys in the box, why would you do that? He already knew that pre-snap. Fakes it. We got a little, it's like a split zone. These guys are blocking zone, an outside zone run here. And or actually because the guard's pulling, it might be a stretch, whatever, outside zone stretch. And it's split zone because there's a guy coming over. It's usually the blocker on this side. But this is more for him to sneak out into the flat. And it works perfectly. This guy's real late, Campbell, coming up. So, again, it seems like that 4th down play opened up the offense. Yeah, we're going to see it better here. And you can see Campbell here. He's late. See? He's going with the split zone, the zone run, right? Power run? Nope. Nice fake. Again, and JJ does a lot of great stuff. He's just not a really good he's not a good pro passer in reading defenses. But he does so much good ball handling. Like a lot of great, but it's that's a huge part of the game now. Like it was a long time ago. And yeah, ball handle. He's faked everyone out. Easy pitch and catch. Wilson again. Wilson came up big at the end. And then Blake Corum, the execution of them in the overtime was fantastic as well. I could jump to that, but I'll let that go. 2 great just power schemes, outside runs on one to the right, one to the left, touchdown. So Michigan really started to execute at the end of the game. And it's the reason they won, actually. They finally played to their potential at the end. And, of course, the culture. A little piece, millimeter here, a millimeter there, and they would have lost the game.